Kagglers. Welcome to the second live stream of the day. I was gonna get like a snack and instead I just spent the whole time checking emails because that's what this day is gonna be like apparently. So, hello, welcome. We are kicking back off with our forum posts embedding project. And if you are not familiar, we've been working on this for a while, but it's perfectly fine if this is your first time joining in. We will be working on visualization. So a little bit of background for y'all. This project is something that I'm doing as part of my work because right now I am reading all the Kaggle forum posts, except on competitions, with my human eyeballs every day, and it's a little bit rough. Edit. And it doesn't scale especially well, and we are at the point where we have sort of exponential growth in the number of forum posts on Kaggle over time. And yeah, I need a way to automate my work process. I'm just gonna run all these guys. Benji says, thanks for starting the stream. You're welcome. Of all the streams, this is maybe my favorite, the live coding. I think the paper reading one is really useful and good, but it's very exhausting in a way that this one is not. So, hello, everybody. Kohi is saying something in Japanese. Oh, Google Translate. I do very much rely on Google Translate for interacting with the Japanese Kaggle community. All right, so the point of the hi there. The point of this project is to have a way to summarize and report out the contents of forum posts on Kaggle. In a way that can sort of automate my job and also make it easier for other folks to really quickly get an idea of what's going on. The process right now is that I read the posts and I like think about them real hard and I'm like, oh, this is the important. Corpus says it's our favorite too. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. So, which is fine, but again, doesn't scale. So I am basically trying to automate a big part of my job so that I can spend more time on other things like live streams. A little bit of water. I did not get snacks. I did refill my water. And what we've been doing so far, we've done a lot of work on this. All of them are in the Kaggle live coding, the Kaggle live coding channel. Nope. Playlist on Kaggle in order, I believe, and we're doing some, I'd say, pretty vanilla clustering and feature extraction techniques. We are doing a little bit of specialized data cleaning. We're removing HTML tags. We're removing posts that are just people saying like, thanks, or nice work, or good work, or nice kernel, because there's a lot of those on Kaggle, which is fantastic. Happy to see. I would be upset if those suddenly disappeared, but for the purposes of like passing things on to the engineering team, not quite as helpful. So we're removing those, and we do need to remove those after we remove the HTML tags, as we found out last week in a very frustrating hour-long stream of bug hunting. And then we are tokenizing. We're getting word vectors, so we're actually using word-to-vec vectors that we fine-tuned for Kaggle data. So it includes things like kernels and notebooks and all those sort of Kaggle-specific words, XGBoost, CatBoost, etc. And then we're using spectral clusters. And somebody left a comment about the number of clusters that we didn't need to specify it, but I did find that I got very different results when I didn't specify it, so it's doing something. And then we are doing a little bit of additional refining of the clusters. So as you can see here, we have a number of clusters. Two of them are very big, and then we have sort of decreasing size as we go down. And what I found is that the biggest clusters, the clusters that are much bigger than we expect them to be, generally tend to be very diverse. So we're doing a second layer of clustering where we you know, cluster those clusters. So we have sort of a little hierarchical structure. And right now it's just 2 layers. We usually have like a couple hundred forum posts a day maybe. So it's not that many. We can see I have missed some of the very helpful posts. These are the ones that are probably the majority of posts on Kaggle, honestly, which again, very happy to see. Aristo says, I thought Rachel was a bot. I'm not a bot. I'm a real person. I think that's common, because I think sometimes when you have like the little intercom pop up, sometimes it's my face, depending on what announcement we're doing. But nope, real person. So is Dan. Dan is also a real person. That's a really nice say. That's a really nice thing to say. You're my soul teacher. So you can see a lot of these clusters, even though they are very tight clusters, are not that informative. And here people, looks like they're talking about forking and editing. So this is actually a really nice, good cluster, especially to pass on to people who are thinking about UX and that sort of thing. But at this point, the output of the clusters are the posts in the clusters, which is not super duper helpful. And what I would really like to have as the output is something that is human readable, right? So my desire, write title, notebook, write title. Interesting. Why are people talking about titles? So my desire is to have a visualization, a way of summarizing these clusters using visualization. And so we went through some slides on visualization research and text clustering, and there's a couple of methods that we might be able to use in order to do this. And hello to everybody. Abhishek says, please teach us something about how to tokenize a URL. There are lots of packages that do it for you, and I would recommend looking up a package. Although I should say, this isn't really a tutorial stream. This is more me doing things, and if you learn something, fantastic. But it's not really like it's just me working, so you can see what it's like to do the work. All right, so I've been thinking about these, and I think the most the simplest to implement will be this measure of term saliency, where you, for each word, normalize by the frequency of the term that you're interested by the frequency of the most common term in your database, which is probably going to be the database or corpus, which is probably going to be that, which I think is pretty reasonable. And that way, the log frequency, not just the frequency, the log frequency. And then they talked about doing some sort of regression that had really good results, and then said nothing about the regression. And I found no information about it in the paper that they cited either. So that was a little bit just like, I think it was the person who put together the slides talking about their own work in a way that was not super helpful. And then there was the termite-based model, and there actually is a library for doing this, but it's all in Java, and I don't want to mess with that, where the topics are columns, the terms are rows, and there's a weight visualization of term distinctiveness. So in the original, it was sort of like a column, and then the weight visualization was the size of the term. Where you use the KL divergence, so the probability of t given the term divided by the probability of t given any term. I think so. I'm thinking here. So the problem with term saliency in particular is that it gives us the saliency of the term in the database and not the saliency of the term in the topic. And the T here is the topic given the term divided by the topic given any term, not the term. I don't know why I said that. But I think it would also be pretty straightforward to do. So let's try that first. All right, and now we're going to get to the part of the stream where I am just frustrated with Python data structures for a little bit. So we actually have the whole corpus in. Is there going to be a quick way to get the frequency of a term in the entire corpus? So what am I going to need? I'm going to need a lexicon, which I probably want to do as a dictionary, and then in the dictionary, for each term, I'm going to want the, probably like the raw frequency, and then probably the term saliency. So if I do the raw frequency first, yeah. So if I do the raw frequency first, and then I just find the one for the, then it should be pretty easy to apply down. Maybe I actually don't want a dictionary. Maybe I want to do this in a data frame or an array. So the reason that you would want to do it in a dictionary is because when we apply this, we're going to want to look up every term in our topic, and look up in a dictionary significantly faster than it is in an array, because it's constant time, because it's hashed, but arrays aren't hashed. Arrays are indexed. So, let's sip of water. The first thing I'm going to do is Google for somebody what's done the same thing. And also, if you guys were interested in the... If I click here, can I open this in this new tab? Yeah. If you're interested in the slides, this is what they look like. It's from a graduate level course in data visualization at the University of Washington, which is where I went to grad school. Didn't take this course. Don't think I've ever met Jeffrey here, but... also, I think this is one of W.E.B. Du Bois's visualizations that he did by hand. He has some fantastic work, just like amazing. All right, what were we looking for? Python get frequency lexicon. Count frequency in the list, word frequency counter in Python, Code Mentor. Word frequency is a word counting technique. Yes. Okay, fine. Tokenize, count words, word.tokenize. Hash map approach. All right. I'm actually looking for a function that will do this for me. NLTK token frequency in Corpus. Lexical, counting word frequency using NLTK. Let's see. Let's see. All right. From a text file using NLTK, freqdist frequency distribution must be in UTF-8 encoding. Default German stop words, custom stop words, all stop words, codex open, tokenize the file, remove words and numbers, lowercase all words, stemming the words. I don't think I actually want to use a stemmer. Stop words and frequency distribution. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to do this in a different, I think I'm going to do this in a new kernel. And then, import the finished data set to this this kernel. So I do want a notebook, I do want a Python. Let's create, let's add data, and we want the meta Kaggle data set. So we have all the data that's publicly available on Kaggle as a data set. So you don't have to scrape. People sometimes ask me about scraping Kaggle. I'm like, it exists. Like we already have it. It's clean. It's documented. Just use that. All right. Oh, sorry. Sorry if anyone hates the water sounds. All right. So the things that we want to do, we are going to want to I don't love the snowball stemmer, but also we're not going to use the stemmer. So I think we should be good. I actually don't want to remove stop words. I do want the frequency for stop words, so that's something we're going to change. And the reason that we want the frequency for stop words is because we're going to be normalizing using the frequency of the most frequent word, which is almost certainly going to be a stop word, and I would lay good money that it is the. All right, so let's get a review. Goodbye. One problem is that our data set is not a text file. And if I just read in the whole forum post, I can pretend that it's a text file, even though it's a CSV. What will happen is that because there's going to be so much repetition of things like the titles of forums, we're going to get a skewed distribution. So, well, okay, I've restarted it. Whoopsies. First, we're going to need to read in the forum posts. So import pandas as PD, that should be the thing. And then text is going to be forum posts.message, I believe. It might be capital M. Oh, right. It's rereading it all in. We don't actually need that to happen. Doo-doo. All right. Let's read this. So that's going to take a second to run. Let's actually look at the head of forum posts. Make sure that we're getting the data set that we think we're getting. Hi, Sujay. Use Python syntax. That's a good start. Okay, yeah, messages, uppercase. M-E-S-S-A-G-E. How can I convert it to a single string? I think I already did that previously in one of the notebooks I did to I think I did that previously in one of my notebooks. Pandas column to string. Just using as type looks like it'll probably be the easiest. I think we had to do this anyway to have it processed as string. MESS. Yeah? Yeah? All right, and we're gonna call this text. M. Sorry, I don't read Cyrillic. My dad does, but I don't. Says something, maybe Privyet? Looks like about the right length, and I do know the pi is P. Aight. So we've got our text. Let's see if we can just tokenize our text. Let's see what happens if we try it. Did not work. All right, NLTK is not defined. That would do it, yep. All right, let's move all our imports to the top. And then I think it's Alt-Shift-Dash to switch. Nope. Control-Shift-Dash. There we go. So I just split my cell real quick, and then I'm going to pop this guy up here. I know there's a shortcut to merge cells, but I don't remember what it is. And then let's see if we can tokenize. Did not work. FP not... That's right, because that was a reading in thing. Word tokenizer, we still have an error. Expected string or bytes-like object. All right, so what is it type that you use to see what a data structure is? It's a series. Okay, so Stack Overflow lied to me. As type string. That's not what I want. Pandas series to single string. Ah, nice. Okay, chill. So I can just do str.cat sep. All right, so let's try that. And then this should be string. All right, all right, all right. Hey, okay, and we are tokenizing. Excellent. And tokenizing is just breaking apart all the different words, because remember, we need to count all the different words. So it's the first step in that process. And that's going to take a while, because I think this is all of the forum posts, which is what we're doing, is like a 50,000 word corpus, 500,000 word corpus. It's pretty big. Corpus says, Maxim says hi. Yes, thank you. Sujay says, I need some information regarding creating a dictionary of my own for sentiment analysis or word polarity. Probably the simplest way would be just to do it in a text file and then read it in. Yeah, data annotation is hard. Depending on what you're looking for, you might be able to find it. A good place to look for data resources while we're waiting for our tokenization to happen is, specifically for language, nope, Jiminy Cricket, is LREC and the LREC proceedings. So it's if you have a data set that's linguistically important, it might be helpful for people doing NLP. This is probably the conference it's most likely to get published in. So we should be getting the 2020, I don't know when the proceedings are going to come out. They're going to come out before the conference. It is biannually, unfortunately, so we don't have one for 2019. But you can see the proceedings for 2018. And also, I believe they have all of their proceedings available and all their papers, and most of the data sets are open sourced as well. So, hi, Nico Tuba. We are working on visualizing the output of our clusters. So right now we are using, we're figuring out this term saliency frequency measure. So that's what we're doing. Fazil says, BigQuery ML exercise is not easy. I wanted to design something that would be a little bit, more realistic, so you could, get a good feeling for what it's like to work as a data scientist. But we just want you to try it. We don't expect you to be like, I've solved the problem. My model is perfect. Still tokenizing. Actually, what we should probably do is probably just do like the first 1,000. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just to make sure that it works first. Step 1, make sure it works. All right. Remove single characters, remove numbers, lowercase, that's good. We don't actually want to remove stop words, and we do want to get the distribution. And then the most common 50 words. Number 1 is the, not surprising. Oh, all right, we got to remove our HTML stuff. So let's do that first. We've been on this this hobby horse before, huh? There you go. I know that there is a way to pipe in Python, and I can never remember what it is, so we're just going to not use it. Step 1, run the function. Step 2, try to use the function named re is not defined. All right, import re. Beans. I'm loading in the data again. All right, and now when we do this, we should get output that is less of a problem. So we do see this NBSP. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Alternatively referred to as a fixed space or hard space. Non-breaking space is used in... Oh, that's right. I do know what the non-breaking space is. Okay. So this is probably something that's showing up in our formatting. Move non-breaking space. My good old friend. I'm going to take the word. Forward in words. If not, I think this will work. I think we might have to rerun this. Retokenize. Rerun this guy. Retokenize. Rerun this guy. All right, there we go. This looks pretty good. You can see we do have some punctuation and like 2 backticks, but you know what? That's fine. All right, so we've got all this done. The next thing that we need to do is, instead of only using part of our forum posts, use all of our forum posts. And let's quickly just get the dimension of our forum posts. I think it's an attribute, actually. Shape. Is shape an attribute? Or is it a function? I can never remember. This is the single most frustrating thing about Python for me, is I can never remember if things are functions or attributes. Okay, so we've got 516,000 forum posts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a code cell that reads out, let's see the type of fdist. Basically, I want to save it. I want to make sure that it will make sense as a CSV. All right. So let's convert it to a string. Will that work? Cognition says HTML probs. Yeah, it probably is in the HTML, the non-breaking space that we were talking about. Byron says, hi. Is Kaggle based in Canada? No. Nico Tuba says, by the way, my teammates from invite-only competition are not answering. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. And it's .shape. Thank you. Kaggle is not Canadian. Although we do have some people in Canada, and quite a few of our engineers are from Canada, so... to CSV. Has somebody already done this? Can I just copy? Yeah. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Stack Overflow. Let's call this Kaggle Lex Freq. So this is the raw frequencies. Do I want... So my question is, because the reason that we're doing this is that we're going to be... Actually, I think I can do all of the things that I need to do right in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. Okay, let's double check. So I think I can do fdist dot tabulate, right? Fdist has no attribute tabulate. Definitely saw someone use it. Arguments. Okay. frequency distribution for the text, frequency distribution for the text, definitely what I have. I don't think, this kernel, I don't think I changed it to frequency distribution. Okay, that definitely is what it is. Has no attribute tabulate. Nope. Was it capital T? Nope. All right. So my thinking was that we can do the saliency measure in the creation of the CSV, and then we can just read it in and use it for each of the words in our data set. Manekta says it's a spelling error. That's very possible. If I think I mentioned it a couple times before, I am actually dyslexic, so sometimes I spell bad. Sometimes. Oh, yeah, I can't spell. Thank you. All right. I don't know how helpful this is, actually, to have this as a table. All right, let's call this frequency table. Oh, I see. It just prints it out. Okay, so the function is just a printing out function, not helpful. And then lots of people helping me with my spelling mistake. Thank you. There's a little bit of a lag between me and you guys, so I am not ignoring your help. I just don't see it until it's too late, usually. Okay. I was gonna blow some bubbles, and it's just not necessary. Can I print out the log? No. I have to use NumPy, don't I? Log isn't built into Python. Python natural log. And the natural log of the base. Log. Okay. Oh, it's math.log. All right. I think that's a built-in. I don't think I actually do need to import anything. Math.log. Yeah, is that going to work? I do need to import math. I need to import math into this computer language. I guess you don't always need math, but still. If this were R, we wouldn't have to import anything. And then, Yeah. Okay. I think I got it. I think I know how to do the thing. So, no, bring it back. Thanks. 1342 says math module has log. Thank you. I appreciate y'all helping me out. Okay. Pretty sure what I can do. And it was the log of the word divided by Yeah. So I'm just thinking about what to do about words that are out of vocabulary. Words that are out of vocabulary, we're just going to assume that it's the first time it's ever occurred, and it's a hapex legomenon, a word that only occurs once in a corpus. And we can All right, so the log frequency of the word divided by the log frequency of the most common word. And I think I don't actually need that one. I do need this. Need you. All right. Let's try running all and see what we get. So I think this will give us the salience term that we're looking for. So it's just, instead of using the gotcha. So I think it's my way of getting the most common word is incorrect. Let's double check. So we're gonna need to get it as All right, it's a list, so we actually need. Oh, that worked. That won't work. No, it's not. It's a tuple. Get the value of a tuple. Python. I am getting better at recognizing one was index out of range. All right, so it's the 0th, right? Oh, and can I from there say that it's the first? Excellent. Okay, mystery solved. I am getting better at recognizing what data types the different all right, there we go. I'm getting better at recognizing what data types the different Python data types are, or data structures, not data types. Oh, right. I was like, why is it only printing 2? Because I've only asked for 2. Hey, excellent. So now we have a normalized measure of saliency where we are on a scale from 0 to 1, where the most common word is 1 and the least common word is 0. So, oh, and thanks is let me know. Thank you. Helpful. And Corpus said, thank God for caching. Yeah, you can see I didn't get a little warning that my draft wasn't being saved. So that is very good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this into a CSV, I think. Actually, I think because this is I expect, so I'm trying to think if I need to do this on the whole corpus or I only need to do it on some of the corpus. Or do I want to rerun this every week or every time I rerun the clustering? Alex says, I love putting my data into named tuples for stuff like this. That could be helpful. I want it to be fairly portable though, so if somebody wanted to use it in not Python, they could do that. Russell Google says, is this still the forum project? Yeah. So we are working on a measure of saliency. I don't think it needs to be for the whole forum. Right? Could it just be for the day? No, it can't just be for the day because we are interested in words that are rare. So we need to know that they're rare over the whole corpus, not that they're rare today, because if they've just showed up today, then they won't be rare today. So we do need to do this over the whole corpus. So I do want to do that, and we could probably just subsample the whole corpus instead of doing the whole thing, because we are normalizing. So this sort of measure of salience we're doing with the log frequency divided by the log frequency of the most common term means that for any new corpus, we could use the same measure and normalization and get comparable information out. So, yes, I do want to do the whole thing. I do want to, I think I'm going to add another one that's frequency. Word frequency. There we go. So we've got the word, the raw frequency, the log frequency, and then the measure of salience. And let's actually put these all in a CSV. And instead of the most common, let's do them for the whole thing. And instead of get rid of you, only doing it for the first 10,000 forum posts or however many we did, we're going to do them for all of them. And this is going to take a while to run. And it's going to take a while to run on account of the tokenization. Specifically, I think is going to be the bottleneck here. Is there a faster way? Because we're tokenizing a really big string, and I think that there's something about time complexity and the length of the string here. So if we made fewer smaller strings, that should be faster. NLTK word tokenize pandas column. Maybe if I, instead of create a single string from the column, I tokenize within the column, that might work better. Blah, 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 blah. You can use the apply method. Sounds like apply. Series apply verbatim. However, the problem is that I'm going to, if I apply it, I'm not going to get out, I'm not going to get out a single word list, basically, and I don't think this will work as an input to frequency table. Let's check frequency table. Let's see. Frequency distribution, and really quickly see if it'll take other types of data types as input, because if it will, then we can use one of those data types instead of one huge string. Abel says, is this part of the SQL summer program? I got a notification, jumped on. No, this is a live coding project that I've been working on for a while. Right now we are trying to find a good way to visualize the contents of text clusters. Who knew I'm out of water? Is this one empty? Yep. Is this one empty? Yep. We don't have that much longer. I'll be fine. All right, what were we looking for? Frequency distribution. Houston Kuhn, yes. All right, yeah. What does it take as input? Conditional frequency distribution. That's not actually what we want. We want the non-conditional frequency distribution. The raw frequency distribution. Sorry, I'm looking at this and trying to figure out what this is doing, but it's not that important. I'm just getting sidetracked. All right, frequency distribution. What if I had a space in front of it? Would that help? I don't know why I'm just adding those guys. Frequency distribution. Oh. Okay, noted. All right. Okay, so we don't actually need to pass it in a single big text string, and in fact, I think that's not how it's designed to be used. So looking at this, it looks like frequency distribution is something that you can iterate over pretty easily, and it's kind of designed that way. So let's try doing that instead. So we can do the thing that we were looking at about how to, wrong kernel. So we can do the thing that we were looking at. Ugh, it's gonna be work though. And I'm only running this once. I might just do it the inefficient way because I'm not gonna use this code ever again. And if I do decide to use this code ever again, I will be correctly peeved in myself. But for now, I'm just not gonna worry about it. All right. And I believe it is right lines, right? There we go. And then I am will that work? I don't know that that will work. And Kit says, are the SQL sessions over? Yeah, we just wrapped up earlier today. So, will this work? I think it will. I know our lines are way too wide. We're not PEP 8 compliant, but you know what? I appreciate that will bother some people. What do we call this? Word, comma, raw frequency, log frequency, and then saliency. Not gonna work? No, it is not gonna work. Okay, so I can't write lines in a loop, maybe? Or maybe it is that I need one more of these guys? Nope, that's not it. All right, let's check this. Python write lines in a loop. Writing to a file in a for loop for lines and lines, text not closed. My file dot write. Oh, maybe it's because it's write lines. Maybe I can just say write. Yeah? Nope. For word frequency and ftist. Why does it not like that? Ismail says, are you running SQL on VS Code? No, we've been running SQL from within Kaggle kernels. Excuse me, Kaggle notebooks. So on Kaggle. Is it a white space error? Is that the problem? Nope. That's definitely the syntax we were using up here, though, right? Right? Wasn't it? Must be a real number, non-string. What? What? Math.log frequency. Must be real number, not string. Where frequency someone said print should be indented, I guess. Ismail says, oh, that's Kaggle, my bad. Yeah, no worries. It does, with the dark mode on, it does look a little VS Codey. All right. Huh. I'll get rid of that. Is that gonna work? Must be real number, not string. We did do like this exact thing, right? Right? Oh, you know what? You know what the problem is? It's, let's see, most common. I think it's because we didn't use the most common function to get the information out. I think that's the difference. And this back in. All right, this should work. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, also I think this might have been what crashed the kernel before I was printing out the frequency of every single word. So let's just really quickly cancel this. Don't do any more. That's chill. And then for this, we need to have the most common. Okay, I think this should work. It did not work. Okay, but we have a different error though, so that's good. Okay. I think I know what the problem is. I think the problem is instead of print, we should do fp.write. I think that will solve it. Yeah, right. Invalid syntax. Okay, and now I think I have one too many of these guys. And then, nope. A byte-select object is required, not string. Byte-length object required, not string. Python write string to file. Read plus write, write only. Oh, wait. It does not need to be binary. Yeah, okay, excellent. So the reason was that I was saying WB, which is write bytes, and I didn't actually care about the bytes. I cared about the text strings. All right, and we're going to, is it Shift-Alt-? Was that it? Nope, that was not it. I don't remember what the specific syntax is for the thing that I am thinking about, which is commenting out words, is what I was thinking about. Woof. All right, so let's get rid of this little seatbelt. Let's do the whole thing, and then let's hit commit. And this is going to take a minute because it needs to go through and do the whole thing. And we're doing the tokenization as one enormous string that is, 561,000 words long. Sorry. Sammy says, I have a classification problem in which almost all features are categorical. Which in feature engineering did you advise me to use? I mean, the easiest answer is to use a method that works well with categorical data. Like, don't try to use any sort of linear-based or distance-based method. Just use a method designed for categorical data. Oh, all right. 7 Janeway says, monocle? All right. Oop. Be right back. It's been a while since the vacuum turned on during it. Okay, so this should take a while to run. And I think I might actually wrap it up there. We've got about another 5 minutes, but I have so much to do today. Yeah, so I think we've actually done a pretty solid job starting with getting the saliency and frequency. And I'm going to actually close this and change the name of this. Get frequency and saliency of Kaggle lexicon. Saliency. Is that how you spell saliency? I'm pretty sure that's how you spell saliency. Saliency is just sort of noticeability, is the thing that means. Saliency. Yeah, the term is really overloaded in linguistics, but we still use it. All right, and when this is done, we should have a really nice CSV file out that has keyboard interrupt. Okay, I think it did run 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, we should have a really nice file out that is CSV and machine readable, etc. And it's going to take a while to run, but I will make this public. So if you guys want to take a look, you are welcome to, and play around with it. And then next week, once we have this file, we can use it to look at word frequency. Because if you remember, actually, how are we going to use this? We got as far as determining what the measure was, but then what are we going to do with it? I think the thing that makes the most sense to do with it is to look at the, so something that would make a lot of sense is to calculate the saliency on the terms for the day, and then find which terms have moved the most for the day, so which are the most surprising given the corpus as a whole, right? So if people are suddenly talking about, I don't know, KL divergence or something, the term KL should probably be much more salient or much more common on the day than it is overall in the corpus. So I'm giving myself a little note. Next week, get saliency measure by day, look at shift between saliency on day and in corpus as whole to pick summary words. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it, and we can do that direct comparison between saliency on the corpus and saliency, the saliency measure on the corpus and the saliency measure on the day of, because they're on the same scale, because we've normalized them using this log divided by the log frequency of the term divided by the log frequency of the most common term in the corpus, whatever that is. All right. Rosal Gul says, do you work on this project outside of the live coding sessions? I always mean to, and then I'm always too busy. And speaking of too busy, I have a meeting to get to. So thank you for joining me, everybody. I will see you on Kaggle, if you're on Kaggle. And then the next live stream will be on Wednesday, and we are reading a paper about how BERT and other transformer-based language models, or whether or not you call them language models, are not learning argument structure. They are learning to transmute, facilitate, none of these are the words I'm looking for, use, take advantage of statistical cues in the word frequency distribution. So kind of related. All right, I'll see you on Kaggle or next Wednesday. Thanks for joining, everybody, and have a great weekend. Bye.